Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Fatai or Tai, whichever one you want to call me. And today, pretty much, I'm going to be giving a testimonial on some spiritual energy healing that I received from Dr. Carolina Rodriguez. So pretty much what was going on is prior to this appointment with Dr. Carolina Rodriguez, I was suffering from sleeplessness, low energy, mental confusion. I was also having some finance issues, and just pretty much just inability to operate during the day due to the sleeplessness. What was going on was um, for a whole week, I was getting anywhere from 6 to 8 hours sleep, regular sleep patterns, right? And for some strange reason, I would just wake up in the day feeling as if I hadn't slept all day after sleeping anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, um, which is concerning. So, in other words, there was a day where I had slept 8 hours, but I woke up feeling as if I hadn't slept at all. And my first thought was, okay, there must be something biochemical going on here. And there possibly was. I still don't know yet. I'm actually waiting for a update from my doctor. However, I also thought to look into what was going on energetically. For anyone that doesn't know me already, I'm a spiritual person. I practice what's called Pranic Psychotherapy, and the kind of healing that I received from Dr. Carolina Rodriguez is what you refer to as Pranic Healing, Prana Healing. For anyone that doesn't know what the heck that is, I'll probably just give a slight description and the name of the healing modality in this video that I'm going to be uploading to YouTube. But anyway, so back to the issue that was going on. So I was pretty much suffering from all these different issues, the sleeplessness, the mental confusion that comes about from sleeplessness, not getting enough sleep, um, inability just to operate throughout the day due to low energy, and I was also having finance issues as well. I'm actually currently on the job search as well, and like I said, I thought well, you know what? Let's do some energy healing as well. Let's on top of going to see a doctor, let's see if I can if there's something going on energetically. Pretty much what happened was receiving Pranic Healing through Dr. Carolina Rodriguez. It actually helped me with boosting my mental clarity. It helped to organize my thinking, and it gave me the energy to get off my butt and take care of the business that I needed to get done that week. I received healing from her about 6 to 7 days ago, and what happened was that same night, after receiving energy healing from Dr. Carolina Rodriguez, uh, I found myself experiencing just more organized thoughts, more energy to get things done. Um, I do believe, if I remember correctly, too, my sleep was uh, it was improved a little bit, and my primary goal going into that appointment with Dr. Carolina was to heal for these issues. I also wanted to heal for more long-term issues that I had been experiencing prior to that week. And some of those issues were dealing with like my cognitive performance. That was actually a long time standing issue that I had been dealing with prior to that appointment and prior to those symptoms that had started to pop up as well. So I wanted to heal for mental sharpness, more mental clarity, better cognitive performance throughout the day, and then, of course, prosperity healing for better finances and more money. So that was my goal going into that appointment with Dr. Carolina. Post appointment, after the appointment, like I said, I felt overcome with this productive energy. I noticed my thinking was a lot more organized, and I felt more of like an umph to go out and take care of business. And that energy, that productive energy, and that willful energy to go out and do things, that had started the same night that of the day of healing that had started the same night of the same day that I received the healing from Dr. Carolina Rodriguez. I believe I got healing from her. It was sometime in the late evening. And then that same night, right before I went to bed, I actually had a job interview the next day. And that same night, I just found myself feeling just like really organized. Okay, I need to have this ready for tomorrow. I need to get this ready for tomorrow. I got my clothes ready, got my lunch ready, and I was able to get to bed on time and wake up on time, and of course get to my job interview on time. And then even after the job interview, which was the next day after the healing, I found myself experiencing productivity that lasted. And so the energy from the healing, it's like it lasted from that day, even well into the next day. In fact, it went on pretty much throughout the week. And the very next day, I also ended up, I kind of want to say I manifested it due to the boosted energy. I manifested a couple money making opportunities that would put a little change in my pocket. Because, like I said, right now I'm actually on the job search, and while looking for work, anyone that's ever been unemployed, that on top of looking for a regular job, sometimes you also have to find little ways to make money to keep change coming into your pocket. By the way, I'm not crying. I've got like a really active tear ducts. But anyway, so I was able to attract a couple money making gigs that allowed me to um, put some quick change in my pocket. That made things easier, give me money for gas and food while doing job search. And so that helped out a lot. And I think that was due to my increased energy and better vibration that I had due to the healing that I got from Dr. Carolina. After the healing, witnessing how it helped my productivity the following day, one thing was that I instantly recognized that, okay, this is something that I need. I probably should be doing this healing stuff. I recognize that I should probably be receiving healing like this on a regular basis because it was so damn effective. Um, I realized, like, okay, I need to do this at least not just once, but at least one other time, if not every day or regularly. And although I did the healing 7 days ago, my energy to get up and get things done is better than it was prior to that appointment that I had with Dr. Carolina. Although after the 7 days, up until now, I am starting to feel my energy sinking back again a little bit. And so because of that, I will be getting another healing from her. But like I said, it just had such a profound effect and very obvious effect that it made me realize, okay, this is probably something I should add to my regular spiritual routine. Now, something that I did find interesting was the day after the appointment with Dr. Carolina, usually what happens in my regular day-to-day is, for those of us that are into energy and spirituality, we know that, as we go about our day, we go into public, we walk into public facilities, wherever we're surrounded by the public and a bunch of people. As we go on throughout the day, what some of us realize is that, okay, it's as if like other people's negative energy and psychic pollution is starting to add onto our own auras. And so, just like any other day, like I said, I had a job interview the day after my appointment with Dr. Carolina. And just like any other day, as I'm going about my day, I'm starting to feel all this dirty psychic pollution, negative energy getting onto me, my aura and my energy, and kind of, I guess, contaminating my energy as usual. However, instead of letting this negative energy and psychic pollution settle in, for some strange reason, I just had the idea, you know what? Instead of letting this negative energy settle into me and become a victim to the psychic pollution, let me do something proactively about it. And so I just had the idea, you know what? Let me cut some cords, right? So, if you're not really familiar with this verbiage or what that means, once again, I'll try to put some modicum of description in attached to the video that I'm going to be uploading. But for those of you that do know, I had the mindset to proactively cut spiritual and energy cords, which is very unusual for me. One thing I will admit, though, was this appointment did come a little after this program that Master Stephen Coe had released to the public. It's called Living Energized. And admittedly, that is kind of where I learned about that concept of cutting spiritual energy cords. However, usually when it comes to stuff like that, like hygiene and like energy hygiene, I'm gonna be honest, I can be a little bit lazy, right? Like my thing is like, oh, I start to feel the psychic pollution and negative energy from the outside weighing down on me as I go throughout my day, and either I'll let it settle in, or you know what, I'm gonna just do a quick little twin hearts meditation and be done with it, and that should be it. Like, that's me being lazy. But instead, this time, once again, day after healing, I thought to myself, you know what, no, let me try to do some cord cutting. And in fact, I think I'm going to do that right now, cut some energy cords. So once again, rather than letting this negative energy settle in, I proactively cut cords from my auras and chakras, and instantly my vibration shot up again. And I started feeling hopeful. I started feeling empowered and just high vibrational. I believe that my mindset, my willingness and ability to be proactive about cleaning my energy, I believe that just being in that mindset to be proactive about something like that, it requires energy. And the fact that I have the energy and the will to proactively cut energy cords and dust off negative energy off my aura, I think that came about because my energy had already been boosted prior due to the healing from Dr. Carolina Rodriguez. In other words, it was as if her healing put me in a better place mentally and energetically to do something proactively to help myself out. What really surprised me, once again, about this session, this healing session that I had with her. It was, what really surprised me was the mental clarity and the organized thought process that I had. I was able to organize my day so much better. I was able to think more in a sequential, logical manner about how to go about things. And then, of course, having the energy to get up and take care of business. I was also fairly surprised. I was actually really surprised at Carolina's ability to understand and empathized with all the problems that I spewed onto her. And let me tell you, I did not hold back. I I hate to say it, but I kind of like verbally, psychically vomited on Dr. Carolina Rodriguez, and sorry for lack of better words. I pretty much just spewed out all my problems onto Dr. Carolina, and something in me was like, no, 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 you're gonna overwhelm her. Nope. Carolina, she was able to, like, this, let's look at this. She was able to render me an energetic spiritual diagnosis and explain it to me in a way that made sense, and give me pretty much a logical solution on how we would approach it. And then furthermore, she also gave me things that I could do after our appointment that would help me out. And just for time, I'm probably not going to get into it, but I just want to give you guys a pretty much an idea of what happened for me. She listened to all my problems, regardless of how much I spewed onto her. And then she was able to come up with a coherent explanation and a logical, like, diagnosis as to what she configured to be the issue with me, and it made a ton of sense. She told me that pretty much that and I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I guess my energy system, my energy body was congested, starting from the head all the way down, and then my basic chakra, which is the chakra for prosperity, it was depleted. And like I said, she was able to come up with a coherent solution as to how we would tackle it that day. And like I said, she also after the healing, she gave me solutions that I could implement after the healing that would help me out as well, which is also really awesome, right? Because we all need tools that are gonna empower us for when we are not with healers. And I'm under the belief that yes, it's good to have other people. It's good to have doctors outside of yourself, kind of looking at your body and healing you and looking at the things that sometimes you can't see. But me personally, I'm a big proponent for empowering yourself, so that when doctors aren't around, or when you don't have a healer like Dr. Carolina, when you're by yourself, you also know what to do. Like I said, I proactively cut cords. I proactively cut energy cords the day after our appointment, which really helped me out. So I'm a big proponent of being self-empowered as well, so that you're not always having to, Mr. and Mrs. Healer, please heal me. No, you ultimately you want to be empowered and educated enough to be able to um, to be able to work on yourself and heal yourself, so that you don't have to always rely on healers. Like I said, though, I am gonna probably implement getting regular healing into my regular spiritual routine, but I don't want to become reliant on it. And that's why I really appreciate when Carolina gave me things that I could do outside of our healing session that would help me. So that's another reason too, why you guys want to link up with someone like Dr. Carolina, because she can give you tools that you can implement yourself that can empower you. So, last but not least, I would tell everyone to please book an appointment ASAP. And the reason why, I'm not just trying to sell anyone on anyone. I'm not just trying to sell anything here, but what's really important is that I realized how important it is to have an outside opinion and get an analysis on your energy body from an outside expert. The reason why is because there are going to be details that you yourself are going to miss. It's like, think about it like this. It's like we in our own little lives, in our own little bubbles, we are looking at our own lives from the inside out, from the dead center. We don't necessarily have an outside viewpoint or a bird's eye viewpoint of what's going on in our lives. And sometimes it helps to get an outside expert opinion, right? And it's funny because Master Ko kind of goes over this too. Like, essentially what he says is, when it comes to all the crap that's going on in our own lives, sometimes it it helps to have, sometimes it's easier for people who aren't us to give us life advice, because the reason why, the way Master Ko says it is, well, they're not suffering from our they're not suffering from our negative energy or mud, as he puts it. They're not in the mud with us. I hope that makes sense. And so that's kind of how I look at it with the healing I got from Dr. Carolina. She was so easily able to construe a healing plan for me, because she's looking at my life and my energy body from an outside viewpoint. And I just realized that that's so important to have. And like I said, that's probably why I'm going to implement healings as a regular part of my spiritual practice. Probably not every day, but I'm going to try and I'm going to make it a regular thing in my own spiritual practice, because that just makes so much sense to me, having an outside analysis from an expert on what's going on with my energy hygiene. Another thing too that I realized is that I do Twin Hearts meditation. I do Anchor the Light meditation that Master Ko provides. Excuse me, at least 1 to 2 times a day. I used to do it 3 times a day. But something that I'm realizing is that just doing the meditations alone, it might not be 100% sufficient in maintaining my energy hygiene and my spiritual health. And because of that, like I said, I may have to incorporate healings into my regular routine. So once again, I urge everyone, please book an appointment with Dr. Carolina Rodriguez as soon as possible. I hope some people found this informational. I hope some people found this motivational to go out and find a prana healer. And if you are currently motivated to go out and find a pranic healer, check out Dr. Carolina Rodriguez. Give her a try, because she knows her stuff, and she was able to help me out. I'm someone with a very complex problem, and she was able to help me out, come up with a concrete solution as to what to do energetically. So yeah, get on that appointment, book that appointment. What are you waiting for? Peace.